Hi everyone. We're doing something a little different today. I am here with Beci Mahnken. Beci Mahnken is the leader, the creator, the founder of MEI Travel, which is mousefantravel.com, which is a division of MEI Travel.
Oh, you got it right this time. I'm so proud of you today.
And I know where water is now.
That's a whole segment in about 5 minutes, but go ahead.
I didn't know where the water was. And we have Michele Atwood from the Main Street Mouse. We also have our husband, Scott Atwood, who is behind the camera, not to be forgotten, but he is forgotten. Where's he going? He's going to China. I don't understand.
Probably going to go find water.
You're going to go find water.
We just want to have a little discussion. A lot of things are going on new. Epcot is half under construction.
Yes.
Give me your honest opinion on the last night of Illuminations that you, that I should say MEI Travel, sponsored for a wonderful dessert party. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you.
No worries. I'm so glad you were there, and I'm so glad we were able to do it together, experiencing this last bow of Illuminations. And, you know, I love the show. I'm not sure how much you know about my background, but I'm an ex-pyrotech. So every time I see the fireworks, it's a wonderful show. It's beautiful. For me, 20 years, I love the music, but it was time to see something new because the technology from that show is 20 years old and there's new, wonderful things that are coming. However, in all honesty, I kind of wish there was a little bit more of a goodbye. I was hoping for a tag at the end or something that was, you know, thank you all for being with us and watching the show and bringing it to your family for 20 years. And there was a little bit of a different narration at the end, and which got me all excited because I thought there was going to be some really cool like Christmas taggy thing. Wah wah. There wasn't.
I truly believed that the Christmas tag or something similar would happen at the end. Did you think of that?
Yeah, and you know, I guess I was expecting them to say some sort of a thank you or something. But you know what, when we were leaving, I felt like I got a little bit of that, what was missing, because when we were leaving World Showcase, you know, the music was still playing. And then they had split the bridge on the one side that's closer to Canada, and the globe had gone through for the last time, and people started clapping. And it was it was very cool because it was like, okay, now people are kind of applauding that last goodbye. And even when the boats came in from the barges, people, they're waving and they're clapping.
And that was organic. As they were just going by, you could hear the crowd all erupt in applause. And it was really cool to kind of have that, thank you guys for running this show for so long.
Yeah, and I think the show, like we had talked about before, you know, there's so many great memories that are attached to that show. And it means a lot to people. And especially Disney people don't necessarily go, like, they don't change so much because they do have those memories and they get used to seeing things. But I think that when, you know, like, because we got to see the Epcot experience and what, we'll talk about that, but and all the wonderful things that are coming to Epcot, I mean, it gets you excited for what's coming, and it makes you feel a little bit better about letting go of some other things.
It's about time. I think it's time to put it aside with everything that's coming, having a new show coming and having this interim show. I think it fits. I think it's time.
What you were saying was emotional attachment. That's what we have, and that's why we don't like things to go.
No.
The great movie ride for me was my mom, and I'm sad about that because I can't experience that.
You know what's funny? I know that you guys have been coming here a lot longer than I have. My first trip here was in 1996. So a lot of the things that many of you are attached to, I never got to see. So for me, everything now that you guys would say, oh, I miss this and I was emotionally attached to it, for me, it's like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. This is my attachment.
That brings us to the next thing, the Epcot Forever.
Yeah.
The music doesn't resonate with you?
Well, from what I know of history, as I've attached myself to the history of Disney World, and I've heard it, but I wasn't there as a child. I wasn't there with my dad. I wasn't.
You were.
No.
That's
my husband brought me here in 1997 on a bet. we weren't married at the time. It was a bet, and we came here, and it was the first time that I experienced Disney World. So I'm a Disneyland gal, remember.
You 80s Epcot, or you're not old enough even?
Well, no, actually, I was more attached to things at the Magic Kingdom because I'll be honest, we didn't always go to Epcot because it was like the educational park at the time. And you know, it was more like if you wanted to do rides and such, you'd go to Magic Kingdom. But when I had children of my own, that's when I started going to Epcot more often because like I wanted them to.
Just making sure your mic is good.
Okay, sorry. Wanted to have them experience things because when I took them to the Epcot the first time, Tapestry of Dreams, the parade, Tapestry of Nations was going on.
There was a Tapestry of Dreams after Tapestry of Nations.
Yes, I saw Tapestry of Dreams, which was the
like
same
strange
music,
people.
but almost exact same thing. And then plus for me, I'm gonna out myself really bad, so don't get too harsh.
We're all
with
friends
me.
here.
All right. So with the new
Nobody's
show, the Dreamfinder music and the Figment music, I am not a fan of Figment. So it did
What?
it did nothing for
Who
me.
are
I'm
you?
sorry.
Also doesn't like Sunny Eclipse.
I don't. I'm sorry.
She's like totally anti-Sunny Eclipse.
but I love everything else.
What's wrong with
Okay.
Figment? Let me just ask you, what is it? Is it
Do you really want my honest
Yeah,
answer?
yeah.
Oh God.
again, we're just friends here, right?
It's okay.
Oh gosh. Okay. So the reason is just that in the new ride, he bothers me a little bit because the doctor, it reminds me of an unruly toddler. You know, they're trying to get him to behave, and he's bouncing all over the place, and the doctor is Figment, and it's like, oh, get him already.
You don't
know?
really know him from the old ride.
No, I don't
that
like
makes
new
more sense.
Figment. New Figment needs a timeout. You know.
That makes more sense.
That's a great way to put it.
We were very young, and my dad gave us the choice. We had 3 days, and we have never been to Epcot. And we said, no, we want to go to Magic Kingdom for 2 days. But after we saw Epcot on the third day, we thought, oh, we should have done 2 days. I was the kid with the plush Figment, thinking this is amazing.
Gotcha.
So it
See, but
was
I don't
cool.
remember-
So what
I don't
did you
remember
think
that.
of Epcot Forever? Be
Okay.
honest. Honesty is good.
Again, because I don't have the emotional attachment, but we know that that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring back those memories, because we're going to be celebrating those memories when the new world comes, a whole new world comes along, which is a whole nother thing, I know.
Yeah.
From a show perspective, it has more pyro and more visuals than anything. And as I've been telling everybody, pyro kites rocked the night. They won the show. When those went by, it was
cool.
amazing to see just the regular kite, and then they turned to fire. And for me, I'm thinking, how did they do that?
Yeah, I know. How did they ignite
Yes, how did they do that, and how they ignited from that level, and it was flashing lights at first, and then
The
it turned into
LEDs,
fire. And what are
yeah.
you gonna do? And it was really mind blowing, and I can't wait to see the backstory of those. But there were a couple places where it went dark.
I heard you say there were lulls. Yeah.
There were little visual lulls. Now I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I may be totally wrong here, but the wind was up to just about 20 miles an hour. So I'm wondering if maybe there were some things that they did not show us because of the wind and what was happening that night. So it could be that was definitely the show, but it could be that there's something else. But there were maybe 4 times where you had the music and it was going, and there was the visuals, and then
Yeah, you
nothing.
expected something. Yeah.
And then a new song. And then I think my other feedback on it was that those clips that they want to draw you in and make you guys very emotional who've saw it and who've been around for those songs and connect to it, they were too quick. The snips were so quick that the moment you
Just
went,
when I was getting into it, Tomorrow's Child went away. Just when I thought one little spark. I agree.
Yes.
They were trying to give me too much. I'd rather them give me 3 songs instead of 10 then.
and connect.
No,
Yeah.
and you know what I was a little bit disappointed about? So they did use the Tapestry of Dreams / Nations music, which I thought was wonderful. But if it were up to me, not that anybody cares, my opinion, but if it were up to me, because Illuminations did run for 20 years, I probably would have used a little clip of the music, because, because if they were still using the Tapestry music just like they did at the end of Illuminations, they could have, even if they just took a little blurb, a little something, just to pay homage. Because if it's Epcot Forever and they're trying to bring up memories, Illuminations is a memory,
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
even if it's just a little bit,
Very
a little
true.
bit. But
When it first started, I don't know about you guys, but when the announcements that you normally hear, ladies and gentlemen, just 15 minutes, you're used to hearing that.
yeah.
And it was a child's voice. And it was kind
Yes.
of off-putting, but yet it was
Yeah.
cool, but yet it was different.
No, I agree. I didn't.
Not
I
good
don't
or
know
bad,
if, I don't know
different.
if I liked that announcement. I don't mind kids at all in the announcements,
Yeah.
but in the beginning, it lost some credibility build-up
Really?
of some sort. I think, yeah.
I don't. When the show ended,
It felt like Magic Kingdom a little.
yeah, when the show ended, I'm afraid I'm gonna knock that over. I stopped, I looked at it, and I went, I don't know what I just saw,
You have to see it again.
but I liked it.
Yeah.
But I need to see it again. The end a finale was like a Christmas tag in a way. It was like a shortened version of a Christmas tag, which I really adored as well, because I just like me some pyro. Go figure.
I think there's a psychological part of me that doesn't want to get attached to it either, because we know within a year or so it's going.
I think that's why. I mean, that's my conspiracy theory here. I think that they wanted to give us a good show in between, but not too good, because again, Disney people don't like change and we grow attached to things, and I don't think they want you to get too attached to Epcot Forever, because Harmonious is coming, and that's going to be the big hitter, you know?
I have this great new recipe for you, but next year I'm never going to be able to make it again. Enjoy. How did it taste? It's all right.
Exactly.
But I mean, it could be part of the reason, because it isn't permanent. So,
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know.
And we've heard varying times too. I don't know what you've heard, but
I keep hearing a year, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
I don't know if we made it up and we're all just believing what we're all saying.
Because we're so used to the year calendar with Disney.
With Harmonious, we know it's IPs. We know they're, maybe Coco Mexico and, Frozen Norway. Do you think it's going to have more of the countries coming together at the end?
I do.
Do?
I do. Only because the way they've said it in one of the releases that we got was Harmonious with the capital US at the end.
Right.
How they spelled it. So I believe that they're
or
going
is it
to
just us?
or just us.
Not
No,
you?
I think it's going to tie everything back
them.
together.
I hope it
again.
It's us, not you.
Yeah,
Is it?
but I think that's going to be tied back
It's a
together.
breakup. I really hope the countries come back into the. I liked when the world came together.
Well, clearly we need that, which would be nice to have that message again. And the one thing about Epcot is that the coming together of all people everywhere, we're all humans. That message is so important at this location, and hopefully it becomes the world is harmonious and it's us. I hope so.
I think so. And you know what's funny is that I think Disney's message with Epcot has been very powerful when it comes to that, because my younger son, I had him watch the video of Epcot Forever, and one of the first things he said to me, he says, "But Mom, where's the countries and everybody together and all that?" He noticed that was gone right away. And usually teenage boys are like, meh, but that's the first thing he said to me was, "I miss that part of the countries and everybody together."
Oh, that's so cool, 'cause I thought that before I heard you say that about him. Good.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I said, I can only imagine that the permanent show is going to tie all that back together again. So
I hope so.
So what are your thoughts? Tell us, and I'm going to put Becky on the spot for a moment. Let's see, I'm going to try to get it right in, because I do mess this up. No. MouseFanTravel.com is the Disney-heavy version of MEI Travel. I've worked for a few people, you know this.
Yeah.
I feel like I was always supposed to be working for you, but I never did for Vision. You always had Lou, and I thought there's no room, all that kind of stuff. We still love Lou. But
of course.
How do you have a company, and I'm asking you seriously, that I have gotten so many rave reviews on a company that does well but also has a heart, and the people that use it, every agent that you've got, I've heard people really, I'm telling you the truth, they've said to me, they really took care of me when there was a hurricane. They came to me. You were the exemplary reason why somebody should use a travel agent, and that's not easy.
It's not, and I'm very blessed to have incredible team members, because it really is about the people. It's about the relationships. And this business, as I teach them all the time, we sell vacations. We find you the best thing. We help you decide what hotel to stay at, or what cruise line to go on, or if you should go on Adventures by Disney, or if you should just do an African safari through somebody else. And so you have to have a lot of knowledge, but you have to have a relationship in order to understand an individual family's needs. So there are agencies out there who do it differently, and that's fine. It's just different strokes for different folks, and different agencies have different fits for people. Some people do want that service level, want to have the feedback, want to have someone to turn to when things go horribly wrong. So one of the things I always tell people, and it makes a lot of sense when I finish, so don't hold me to this right up front, but we're in a way like flight attendants, because we can serve up that Disney World quote. We can get you on a cruise. We can do pretty much everything that you can do yourself online. However, we also are there in an emergency. And for example, when Dorian just came through, we were there. We were rebooking people. We were taking care of sitting on the hold times for 4 hours trying to make sure that we could rebook someone 2 days later when they got here. We took care of that.
It's not about that one trip. It's about that person trusting you enough to keep coming back.
Correct. And a lot of people don't realize that not all, but we do not charge any fees. So you're at least going to get the exact same rate, if not better, because if you book direct with Disney, they're not going to call you to say, guess what, 30% off just hit and we just applied it for you. That's going to require you to call in and do that. But we have teams of people that go, okay, the offer just hit, and they go through all of the reservations that we have and we apply savings. So there's a lot of benefits to using a planner.
I see that, like my friend Marla's always saying, thank God I got this. She's always excited about that.
Yeah, and a lot of people think, well, Marla's a great example because she books a lot of room only on her own. And I walked over and I said, why are you doing that on your own? She goes, well, I don't want to bother you with that. It's like, oh, dude, I love you, but that's what we do for a living. And we don't care if it's one night at Pop Century or 22 nights at the Grand Floridian. For us, it's about the relationship again. And so proud of my team because they plan the vacations like it's their own.
I notice a lot of other agencies will throw out that they're earmarked and they're platinum earmarked and everything, but I don't know if people realize you've done it with, can I ask how many agents?
I have over 100 right now.
Okay, I know some people who have done it and they're so proud they've done it, but they have over 1,000.
Correct.
That's a very different wax.
It is.
Earmarked is a great designation, don't get me wrong. I'm very proud to be an earmarked agency and have been since the rollout of the company, how many ever years ago that was. So I've been around, as a matter of fact, I was the first agency that one of the vice presidents came to tell me about the earmark program. That dates me. I've been around for a while. But it really is a revenue. It's based on revenue. So when people say that I'm a Disney specialty agency or a Disney specialist, they probably really aren't because you can't say it according to Disney's marketing rules. So there's a lot of different things that you want to look for in an agency, no matter who you work with. There's a ton of great agencies out there. I have a lot of faith and confidence. I network with several of them and they are great competition. I love good competition. It's kind of like the Disney World Universal thing. You ratchet each other up. Someone does something good, you do something better, and then they do something better, and you learn and you grow and you provide better experiences because of it. But there are some out there who do things like they will allow memberships of people into their agency. And that basically kind of just allows them to get 10% off their trip, and it's not earmarked.
I was able to see from the dessert party how it's a family, and that just was an awesome thing. And I think if I don't speak for you, nudge me, because this is a video. I think that we're both proud that we can be sort of ambassadors of someone that the people are saying thank you. It's a proud thing for us. So
and I appreciate it as well, because one of the things that we pride ourselves on is being part of the fan community. And things like the dessert parties the last couple of nights, that's because the price that was paid is not what it cost. It was significantly higher, about double per person than the price that we were asking for tickets. And it's because we want to bring these experiences that you couldn't do by yourself, but we want to offer it to the communities that support you guys, that support WDW Radio, that support Laughing Place, all of these others that we know are doing this for their fans, for their listeners, for their readers. We want to support those efforts. So that's where a lot of our funds go. And another thing that a lot of people don't realize, and I probably should talk about it more, but our corporate charter has us giving 20% back of all of our profits off the top to charity.
Really?
So
that's why you give so much to Give Kids the World.
That's why we give so much to Give Kids the World. Best Friends Animal Society is my personal baby charity. Because I adore it. Leukemia and lymphoma, because my father passed from leukemia. Deb Wills was a breast cancer survivor, so we have always supported them. Obviously, Lou and his Make-A-Wish through the Dream Team Project is big. So we're here because we want to be part of the family. We want you to be part of our family. We want to be part of yours. And it's just really important to us that we support those efforts.
Well, like Illuminations, we go on. Thank you for being here, both of you. I feel like Charlie's Angels, except Scott's the third angel. Guys, thank you for joining us. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
4.
Oh, no, that's right. No, there's another angel.
Oh, FYI, we're in United Kingdom, right?
Yeah, oh, this is going to be...
We're in Epcot.
This is going to be that place. However,
Cherry Tree Lane.
I just want you to know, there's a water station where they sell bottles of water right over there. And then right across the way, almost to Canada, there's another place you can buy water.
Usually I know exactly where I am and I know everything. She needed a bottle of water, and for some reason I was like, I'm in the UK. I can't go to the tea place, Rose and Crown. Where do I get water from?
That was awesome.
I'm not going to hear the end of that.
No, this one's going to stay.
But I'll go on the news and be like, I'm their theme park expert.
But he doesn't know where the water is.
But I don't know where the water is.
I love you.
I love you. I love you too.
Love you too.
Thank you, guys.